Hey, what's up, everybody? We're here playing Cookie Run Kingdom, and we're going to talk about production. We currently have the Golden Age of Trade event going on and the United by Trade event going on, so we need some extra items. Here in our kingdom, if we tap on this, it's going to auto-collect everything we've got going on. And basically, it's like early, air quotes, morning here, so our production is fresh from overnight. Here we've got a lot of production to catch up on, so we're going to scroll to the top and we're going to have ourselves a mini production party. Here with the wood, when I'm actively producing, I want to use the items that take the least amount of time to get the biggest reward. Now let's take a deeper look at that. Here, if we go to the Lumberjack's Lodge, you can level up this building all the way to level 4. And we've got 4 different options for production. Here, currently, when I went to bed last night, I made sure to set the ones that take the longest time. That way, when I'd wake up, I'd have the most amount of lumber waiting for me. Technically, there's still 18 minutes on that, but here we've got the roll cake wood. If we compare stats, we can get 3 of the little ones in 22 seconds. For the next one, we can get 9, but it's going to take 4 minutes and 22 seconds. So you can get 3 times more wood here, but it's going to take a lot more time. 3 times 22 seconds is about 1 minute and 6 seconds. So the quicker one is going to be a lot more efficient, but it's going to take a lot more active production. Now, 20 seconds, you might say, wait a second, my lumber takes a lot more time to produce than that. Well, if you go to your Sugar Gnome laboratory, here we've got a bunch of different types of research, and these are going to affect our times, so everybody's times are going to vary a little bit. When it comes to the Lumberjack's Lodge, faster production, I'm at 5 out of 10 currently, but when it comes to my Jelly Bean Farm, faster production, I'm at 10 out of 10. So we're going to be getting a big boost there of an extra 15%, which is definitely very helpful for the jelly beans. We can take a look at Carpentry Shop faster production. That one's at 10 out of 10. So here we've got another 15% boost there. And I've been working on the Kingdom research a lot lately. One of the items that I have activated is the production dashboard, and that is what's going to reveal the dashboard that we were looking at in the very beginning there. This makes it really efficient for producing items. Also, if ever you're more of a new player, you need a lot of cookies to fill all the buildings. Here I've got 100 out of 100 cookie activity, but if ever you're new, you're going to want to make sure you get a couple cookies, at least one for every building, so that you can always have active production. So we're looking at research, we're seeing there's different times and stuff, and here I just want to look a little bit further. We've got active research or advanced research, which means I can research 2 things at once, and this has definitely been helpful. Here we've got materials, faster production, which is going to help for all the materials. The goods are going to be different, and here we've got another research that's going to help us with our goods production speed. So these are all different things that can help you out, and if ever you start running out of space, which is bound to happen eventually, here we can make more storage by increasing our storage stacks. So if ever you want to know about storage, I've made videos on that before. You can always check those out. And here I think it's time to get this party going. So if we zoom out and take a look at all the buildings, this one, there's still the overnight lumber that's being produced. We can go ahead, refill these little ones, and that one's almost done for our jelly beans. Okay, we don't have too much time left to wait. Here in the sugar area, we're going to go ahead, produce that sugar there. Same thing as we saw for the lumber. Here you can get 3 sugar cubes in 1 minute and 3 seconds, but 9, which is 3 times more, is going to take almost 10 minutes. So it's going to take way less time to make the individual cubes. It just makes, you need to be a lot more active in your production. For example, next we've got the discrete flour. And here you can get 3 in 7 minutes. 3 times 7 is 21. So if we compare it to the next one, the biscuit flour sack, here this takes 18 minutes. So specifically for the flour, you're going to want to get the second one, and that is going to be a little bit more efficient. If we look at the jelly berry, 13 minutes for 2 or 29 minutes for 6. 13 times 3 is 39. So we're going to save approximately 10 minutes by using the jelly berry basket. Whew, sometimes these things are hard to pronounce. Anywho, all the calculations are going to be a little bit different, so I recommend getting a little bit more familiar with your production list. For me, it's kind of like an automatic. I know which ones I've already done the math, and depending on my schedule, I know which ones I want to take, depending on whether I'm active or not so active. For example, here we've got these packs. If you can level up your smithy even further, you can make multiple robust axes or multiple tempered axes at once. That is going to be if you're a little bit less active, but if you're more active, then you can go for the individual items. Here, we're going to go with this jelly bean jam. Ooh, carpentry shop. This one's a little bit harder for the example because we've got some items that still have 43 minutes, but the pine cones, you can really go to town with the pine cones. For me right now, they're 3 minutes, 15 seconds. The croissant. So that's going to be blocking us a little bit here. But if you're doing active production, the ones that take the shorter amount of time are going to be the ones that are most efficient during active harvesting. You've got the Jingo Focaccia. That takes about 20 minutes. So if you're actively harvesting, it might take a little bit longer to refresh. But hey, when you need something, you need something. Here we go. So we're going to keep doing the rounds. I need the happy planters, but for a production party, the candy flowers are going to be a lot shorter to make. So we're going to start with that. My honeyed cheese wheel still has a lot of time on it, but making the cream, it's about 20 minutes there. And, here, bubbly boba. So this one takes a little bit longer, but here are some tips for the event. Now, I have a feeling that some of the players are more advanced and some of the players are more beginners. So if we take a look at the golden age of trade, one thing that's more recent is the bonus points. Here, when it comes to bonus points, we're going to get the glazed ring, the party cake, the bubbly boba. That's why I got distracted there. The cloud pillow and the candy flower. Those are going to give us extra points for the golden age of trade, which can really help us out for the event. Here's the thing. If ever you're more of a newer player, the United by Trade event is going to be difficult. You're not going to want to send a full ship. You're going to want to put the minimum load, and you don't want to waste too many items here. Honestly, you can get a couple rewards there. Do what you can. But if you're running out of items, don't fill up the ship all the way. Just send the minimum load. And if you can use the bonus items, that's going to be really helpful. But these rewards, they're good, but they're not the game changer. So if you're more of a beginner and you don't have that many items, the United by Trade might not be the best event for you. So don't worry about it. No stress. Golden Age of Trade, you're going to want to do your best to get as many rewards as you can. Getting in the top rank is going to be pretty difficult. Like, I've been playing for a while now, and I had a lot of items to start off with, and I'm in the top 1%. Yeah, but if you look at it, it's going to give 10,000 crystals. Now, that's a lot of items for those crystals. But this event is so much fun, so I always like to go to town on it. Here, speaking of going to town, let's go ahead and get a couple more points. So we've got the trade harbor, we've got the train, and here we're going to go fill up our train. I've also been doing a little bit of research to make my train trips a little bit quicker. Oh, another thing for points. When I was going to bed last night, I was like, I cannot miss this. Here, filling up the cargo ships at the Tukes Trade Harbor. This can be a great way to get some extra points, and I love these rainbow pearls. So every day I try to always fill this up. It's not easy, but overall, in the long term, it is totally worth it. What are we gonna do here? Um, the cake does have a bonus, so I'm gonna put that in there. Next, what do we have going on here? Okay, nothing I want to purchase for now. Seaside Market. So a lot of people have been asking me how to get some extra items. If you've got the coin market unlocked at the Seaside Market, this can be a great way to get some extra items, but you're going to need the coins to invest. Here, if we're looking at these, there's nothing really necessarily that I want to buy. We're going to do the free refresh and see what's next. Ooh, those. I don't have many colorful bowls at the moment, so I'm going to take that. Here, candy flour. And that's pretty expensive, honestly. One candy flour is 34,400. I mean, I'm going to get it, but it's expensive. Here, we got that. Here, we're going to get one of those. So the thing is, if you're more of a beginner player, these are going to cost a lot in order to get. But the really cool thing about this is when you're stuck at the train harbor, those can really help you out to get the item and get unstuck. Another thing to get points, if I'm not mistaken, is here in the Seaside Market. We can go ahead and buy some items there. So we're using our materials and goods. And I'm pretty sure that counts for points. Let's go check it out. Here, if we go to events, I'm at 5, 8, 15. 5, 8, 15. And where are we? We're going back over here. So 5, 8, 15. And we were down here. We're going to go to town and invest these items. Beautiful. And I don't think any others are going to count, but I'm still going to purchase them just because I want them. And that's looking good. That's looking good. Here, I'm happy with that. And if we go back to our points for the golden age of trade, they went up slightly. So here we got a little bit more points with the market there. There's another event going on I forgot about earlier, but here we've got the production boom. If ever you're not too sure what to complete or what to produce, this can definitely help you out. For example, it's going to give you a guide, and you just slowly but surely want to produce these items, and it's going to take a lot of time, but you are going to have a little bit more direction in what to produce. For example, Production Boom, I think I've been playing this for like 3 weeks now, and I play every day, and I've been obsessed a little bit. So I've been making a lot of progress there, but still, it's not easy. And you always have to have your houses going. Speaking of, let's check these out. I really like the production dashboard, so we're going to go back to that, and we're going to fill everything back up. So there, the lumber's full. We need some jelly beans. Here, we need some sugar cubes, and I've been doing a lot of talking. Let's do a little bit more active production. So that's good, that's good. We're gonna get those pillows there, we got that. I want the cake. I know it takes longer, but the cake has bonus points. And then we're gonna go for the rings, and then we're gonna go for the magic candies. So now that's all in production. Things are going super good. And what else can we do? We did the train, we did the Seaside Harbor. If we go to our events section, Golden Age of Trade, I think we saw everything. Tree of Wishes, there we go. So here we've got the Tree of Wishes. And right now is the time to do it. Here we've got the burning time, so you can get extra rewards and extra coins. I already got my 3 daily rewards here, so technically we don't need to do this for getting extra coins or anything, or there's not going to be any extra rewards for this. But the one thing, it's going to give us extra coins, and it's going to give us extra points for the Golden Age of Trade event. Now, here's some of these I don't necessarily want to go for, but I want to see if we can't find that flower that we saw earlier. I want to see and compare prices. Where's that flower? the pink one. I'm not going to do that. I don't want to do that. Okay. Well, here, I can't find the flower again, but I have a feeling that the one that we purchased, the little pink flower, we overpaid for sure. To be confirmed, because I can't see the actual price if we want to sell it at the Tree of Wishes, but I'm curious about that. What do we have next? Okay, so here, let's say you don't have the production dashboard. You're going to go through your buildings. You're going to fill everything up. Keep that party going. And that's still working on. What do we have next? So if ever you want more items and you don't have that many buildings, I highly recommend work on making buildings so that you can do more production. It's going to take a lot of time. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. So just do your best, one building at a time, one good at a time, one material at a time, and keep it going. You know, it's a journey in the game. So if you don't have that many production buildings, it makes things a lot more difficult. Just keep going step by step, and you're going to be making some good progress. What else do we have going on? If we want more items, I know there's the event shop here. I don't think that's going to help us out though. No, there's not really anything there. Where are we for the golden age of trade? If we check this out, here we got some more points. We went up in stats a little bit, and not too shabby, not too shabby. I mean, I'm definitely going overboard for sure. We don't have to put all these items, but I really like the golden age of trade. And here, if we go back to our items, we're going to have some more of these initial resources to produce. Awesome. Okay, not too shabby there. So slow and steady, things are going pretty good. We're getting a decent amount of items there. Alrighty. You know, the further you get in the list, the longer typically stuff is going to take. Do we have anything else to talk about? Production, items. I don't think that there's anywhere else that you can get items directly for that. I'm just going to take a quick look here. Golden Age of Trade. While we're here, I'm actually going to let's claim this. Here, Production Boom, it doesn't have a time limit on it. So I want to get those rewards. Let's go. Ooh, it's a good day for a good day. Beautiful. So there, we're crushing that. Yeah, I think that's about it. Is there any other tips? So, if you're trying to make a bunch of new buildings, here in the Sugar Gnome Laboratory, we're going to come back to it. One of the research that you can do, Sugar Gnome Craftsmanship. I only have it at 4 out of 5, but this increases your construction speed. So if ever you want your sugar gnomes to build the buildings quicker, this is going to be a research that can help you out for that. Now, research, it takes a lot of Aurora pieces, and that's where the train station is really helpful. Another way to get some Aurora pieces, if I'm not mistaken, is going to be the guild gacha. I've been saving my items because I want to have a party in the guild gacha, but we can do a quick 10 draw, and I'm sure we're going to see a couple Aurora pieces in there. Oh, no way. Okay, well, I got to do another 10 draw just for the demonstration. Oh, okay, I jinxed it. And, well, we're not getting anything. But if you check it out here, probabilities, we do have 1.5% chance of getting the Aurora pieces. So they're kind of ironic that we're not getting any. Okay, finally, we got one. I'll take a brick. Okay. So that's one way to get those pieces, but you never know what your chances are with the gacha. You know what I mean? So here we're having fun. We're doing our best, getting everything going, and production. We're gonna go back to our dashboard, and we just want everything to keep stocking up here. We're making some reserves. We're acting like a squirrel, getting ready. And I don't want to run out of anything, so that is why we're going to town. Okay, that's looking pretty good here. Now, just for fun, let's talk about storage a little bit. Here we've got the storage, and there's a bunch of tabs on the bottom. The one we want to go to is goods. Here you can see we've got all these resources stored. I've been doing a lot of storage expansion, and currently that's the maximum I can have. So we still have a lot of space, and you can see where you're getting these boosts from. So level ups, guild, museum relics, collab, landmark effect, sugar gnome laboratory. So there's a bunch of things that are going to help us out for storage. And you can see how big the piles are. So some items I really need, but other items I don't really need as much. So for example, this blue jam, I got a ton of it. We've got tons. We need the red jam a little bit more. So what we're going to do is we're going to go back to our buildings. We're going to keep everything in production because you can never have too many jelly beans. And here we're looking for the jam, and I'm gonna make a couple more of the axes. There we go, jammery. So I've got 128 of the jelly bean jam. I think that should be enough for today. Here, next, we're gonna start on the sweet jelly jam. It's gonna take a little bit longer, but I don't have enough of them. I mean, there's some, but I want more. So we're gonna keep producing that. Here, I've got to make some hearty rye. I mean, everything I want to work on. Here, we've got the hot jelly stew. I only have 24 of those. And if we go back to our storage, hot jelly stew, 24. Here, we can see that, for example, with the candy pasta, my max pile is 46. And then we have another pile with only 3. So the biggest amount of stack for the pile is going to be 46. Here, when it comes to my hot jelly stew, I personally want to have 46. For the pasta, the extra 3, they're just going to take extra space. So when I'm thinking, before the number was 42, I was always thinking, okay, I want to make sure I have 42 of everything in my storage. Now I did a little bit of research. We've got more space. So now my new number is going to be 46. I want to have 46 of each item. That's more of like a personal nerd collection thing, but it can help you if you're tight on storage. It's a technique that I developed when my storage wasn't maxed out. So check your goods. If we look at the materials, here the piles are the stacks, they're 132 each. So this is some pretty big stacks there. These items, it's all 46. So when it comes to the robust axes, I'm working on a pile right now. There's 9 in there. I'm eventually going to stop making those axes and then move on to the next item that needs more production going on. So here, we got that. I'm actually going to collect those axes, go back to storage. We're at 15. So if I get 31 more, I'm okay. I mean, do I really need that many? Nah. So what's more necessary? I've been doing a lot of production lately. I don't have too much sugar. What am I gonna do? I think I'm just gonna go, and because I don't really want to spend too much sugar, I think enchanted steaks is gonna be the best. I'm only gonna put 2 in there because I don't want to spend too much sugar just yet. I need a lot more sugar, and that's why doing a little production party like this is a great way to get those extra materials in the beginning, the wood, the jelly beans, the sugar. I mean, I'm either running out of jelly beans or running out of sugar. It's always one of the two. That's looking good there. What did we get over here? Oh, a new item. So there, we just got that. Ooh, cute. Alrighty, very cool. Love it. Super cute. And we're doing pretty good. Um, I had a bunch of people asking me in the comments how to get more items. So this is where this video kind of comes from. It's trying to answer that question with the most amount of information depending on what stage you are in the game. Uh, if ever you have any questions or anything, don't hesitate to comment. Sometimes I'm slow at responding, but I'm finding all the comments and questions really interesting. So don't hesitate. I'll do my best to try to find an answer or a tip. Or if I don't know anything, I'll just be honest with you. But I love getting the wheels turning of different things here in the game. And one thing that, because even me, I miss things sometimes. So one thing I hadn't noticed, for example, was the United by Train. I thought you had to fill it up all the way, but there's the send button here that I had missed. So if ever, feel free to comment. I really appreciate it, and I hope y'all crush it. Have fun with everything. Here, I'm about to wrap this up. So my production's doing really good. How active am I going to be in the next couple of minutes? I'm going to go make some coffee. Okay, we're going to do a little bit of lumber here, a little bit there, and we're going to do that. We're going to do that. So that way I have a little bit of time to go make some coffee. Everything's still being efficient in production, and we can still get our items, and everything keeps on going. Hey, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you appreciated it. I really hope you found something useful here, and I hope you have fun with everything. I'm sending so many positive energies out there to everybody, and I hope y'all crush it. Happy gaming, everybody. Take care, and I hope to see you soon. Peace.